What's up everyone, it's Sam from 64 Wheels, back more diecast, and today we're going to be opening up 4 late 2022 Matchbox Collectors models. So these are Matchbox's nicest retail line. They cost around $4.99 at most stores. I found all 4 of these at Walmart. There are 3 different castings here, 2 variations of the new 1990 Toyota MR2, and then the retooling or the new tooling of Lamborghini Diablo, and then a really nice 2021 Ford Bronco in that Ford Performance livery. I'm really excited to open these up, so let's get into it. Alright, the Matchbox Collectors line. So this is a line of Matchbox cars that I haven't done a ton of unboxings of just because I don't really find them that often. And when I do find them, I only find a few of the cars in the set. So it's really hard to do a series unboxing when you only find 2 or 3 of a 6 or 8 car series. But I found enough this time and they were new that I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do a video on them anyway. So this is Matchbox's nicest retail line. These retail for around $4.97. I found all these at Walmart. These are available at Meijer, Kroger, Target, usually anywhere in the United States that sells Matchbox products, they will sell these. So I'm just going to say right off the bat, even though these are the premium models, I think they are $1 too much. I think they're priced a little high. I think Matchbox could do a little bit better for the price or knock down the price for these same models. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So these come with an oversized packaging, that thick bubble. It has an inner bubble to keep the car in place. That old school style yellow Matchbox box, which if you collected Matchbox back in the day, that actually came with the box or have some of the old ones. That's very recognizable for this like old school throwback collectors line. So each of the cars in the series, they do have rubber tires, they have a moving part, full tampos, and they look great. Now this line in general, like just Matchbox, Matchbox really focuses on more of the utilitarian, the stock looking versions. You're not gonna get this from Matchbox. Matchbox, that's not their style. Now they do race products and race cars and like advertising liveries, but they're more realistic rather than like the uber modified like Hot Wheels, like, you know, whether it's tubbed or slammed or bagged or whatever. Matchbox usually does the stock version. So these are very nice stock versions of all these cars. So these are, I mean, really, I like them all. I wish I could find them more often. I find a ton of the moving parts cars, which we will also get to a little bit later in this video. So we're just going to go ahead and open them. So the first one is the Lamborghini Diablo. If you collect Matchbox, you'll know that they have had a Diablo casting. I think they first made it in '92. And they had it in the line for a long time. Well, this is like a new or updated version of that casting. I wish I had the original casting here, but I don't at my current place that I live. It's in storage. But this looked good enough to buy, to check out. So it is different in a few ways. The original one did not have the popped up headlights. This one does. So they're built into a part of the window plastic. It has a detailed front end. Again, the tampos on these, not super great. I wouldn't even call them great. I don't even know if I would call them good. The Lamborghini logo, it's so tiny. It's to scale, but it's so hard to read. I'm not really impressed with those lights. Going around the side of the car, I'm sure that is supposed to say something. No idea what it says. So it just is a silver line. I'm not really sure. But the casting itself is pretty cool. Oh, let's look at the back here. These are like the same style tampos that Hot Wheels has that are like printed off a dot printer, like the pointillism style. I don't really like them. I don't think they look good. To me, they're too glossy. And they just, like, the art on them doesn't look good. So I would say as far as tampos on these models go, they're okay, at least on this one. But the car itself is a nice casting. So let's go ahead and look at the opening part. Oh, look at that. Nice. So the car, oh, let me see if I can get you. Oh, is there a scratch on it? Oh, there's already a scratch on it. Boo. But look how nicely that engine is detailed. Let me see if I can kind of get some light in there. Really nicely detailed engine. I would say the engine is nicer than the actual outside of the car. That is awesome. That looks great. Another thing I don't like about Matchbox Collector models in general with the rubber tires is they have horrible wheel choices. Matchbox really struggles with wheels. They desperately need new wheels. Like these don't look good at all. They don't look like anything that actually came on the Diablo back in the day. They just, I just don't like them at all. I think this casting deserves better because the casting is nice, especially with that painted engine. But the wheels just, I mean, the wheels just kill it. To me, like the stock 5-spoke wheels that Matchbox has, like these are their best wheels. They look good on anything, and I would have rather had the plastic wheels than these rubber, like whatever these are. Terrible. Even Matchbox Collector, like their RLC style product, the collector product you buy online, like this Jurassic Park Explorer, which I can do a video on if people want to. The wheels for this is the nicest car you can buy from Matchbox, retail or not, and the wheels are horrible. They're just regular stock Matchbox wheels with real riders on them. I mean, they didn't even go out of their way to try to get this more correct, or even use like a different wheel that maybe look closer to the movie. It sucks. So the wheels are kind of an L on this one. I think they're not very good. I just don't like them in general. Now, I don't know, this does have an interior, but I don't know what's up with Matchbox, why they're doing such dark and like dark tinted windows, because you can't even see the interior. Like, you might as well make this a Maestio car and not put an interior in it and put the extra money into better wheels, because when you can't see the interior, it's pointless to have one. I assume that it's dark because then these are dark. But even then, that doesn't make sense, because the Diablos, like the headlights are painted on a Diablo, like they're not black headlights, they're red along with the rest of the body. So in terms of a release, this isn't really a good release. It's cool that they made it, but it's really not the best. It would have been cool to see these red and have like the black insert. And for $5, they should have had better wheels. It should have had better detail. But I do like the engine detail. So I don't know, say what you will about this one. But I'm not super impressed with this one so far. So we'll go on to the next one. Oh, here's the box. I mean, it's just a regular box. You're not missing too much. Okay. Well, actually, I'm going to save this one for last for a specific reason. But so I have two MR2s here, and you'll probably notice right offhand that this one has flat headlights and this one has popped headlights, which is kind of cool because the headlights on this one actually look wild. But the bad thing about it is they are a piece of the windows, so it doesn't make sense. Like, it might be cool to be like, oh, it has pop-up headlights, but it doesn't, like black headlight buckets on that don't make sense. Like, even in the drawing, they have red headlight like covers. So the fact that they're black kind of looks dumb in terms of like realism. And when you're going for a premium collector's model, realism should be like the first thing. It shouldn't have plastic, like non-painted headlight covers. And at least, I mean, I don't understand why the one that isn't popped, like I can understand this one, like, oh, it's a separate piece, but this one you should have just painted those. Like, I don't really understand that. Like, to me, the realism part of that would be better. And then when we look at these, the artwork on this is fine, I don't mind it, but the weird thing is they have these wheels, like this kind of style of wheel, like the basic wheel. Actually, it's not those, I'm sorry, but these are like Matchbox basic wheels that they put on a lot of stuff. That's on the drawing. Like, these aren't even the same wheels. As you can see, the spokes and everything are different. These are the basic wheels. So already this line is like, I don't know. Matchbox has kind of dropped the ball a little bit on this line, in my opinion, because the price, the price doesn't reflect some of the detail and quality, I feel like. I don't know. Okay, so the MR2 with the headlights down. So this one, it looks like the window isn't as darkly tinted, so you can see a lot of it like into the interior. It has those same style tampos, like the little dots, which I don't like at all. The Toyota logo looks pretty good though. That one doesn't look bad. The tail panel, the license plate looks okay. The inner, like the filler panel, looks okay, but the taillights you can tell are actually different. So the orange one, that's how tampos used to be. And then you can see the garbage tampos that are the new style laid over it. So you can see how good they used to be, like that really nice orange. And then whatever printer garbage that is, they put on it, it just is not good. So the taillight tampos just, they're not very good. I don't know, the body casting there is not very clean either. It does say Toyota and it does say turbo up there, which is nice to have, but they're kind of bad quality. So, I mean, look at that Toyota logo right there compared to this Toyota logo. That is the traditional style tampo that we've been used to getting, and that is whatever garbage they're printing now. Like, that is shit. It is terrible. So this one, the door fits okay. Same here, it fits okay. It's not perfect. It does have the T-top panel, and it is a nice black tampo. It's very clean. The body has the louvers over the like mid-engine area where you would open up to see the engine. So let's go ahead and open the door. So this is the moving part aspect. The interior looks good. Those seats have detail to them. It looks like the console has detail. So another feature of these, this one is right-hand drive. This one right here, as you can see, is left-hand drive. So there are 4 variations of every MR2 they make. Even the mainline, the first gen MR2, you could have left-hand drive, right-hand drive. You could have headlights up and down. So there's just, I mean, there's so many different versions of this car. But I don't mind this. The interior looks pretty decent. The seats look great. They actually look better to me than the Lamborghini Diablo RLC car. So when you shut the doors don't really line up that well. You got to like adjust them into place. So to me, this line is already not worth $5. Like, this is not a $5 car. Plastic base. So this is a $1 car with extra tampos, moving parts, and bad rubber tires added. So I don't know. I'm just not a fan so far. They're just not really selling me on it. And I have probably 20 of these in general. But when I actually look at them to like compare the quality to what else $5 can get you now, I'm not super sold on these. So, okay, let's go ahead. Same thing. So here we have the headlight up version, which actually looks like it has eyes. This one definitely looks like it's smiling at you. Again, same tampos, really nice Toyota logo. Let's look on the back. Terrible. And that body casting. So let's compare the back of both of them. There seems to be issues with that under the spoiler of the body casting is leaving like, I don't know what you call that, just like extra material on there that wasn't cleaned off very well. And the corners are unpainted. So that one is totally white. It's not a graphic, like that's just not even painted. Same thing on that one. So this is not a very good release. Even though the casting is nice, like itself, it looks decent. It still rides high too, in my opinion. Like if we get a box, like it kind of sits high. A regular MR2, like I owned a first gen MR2 and it sat kind of low like that. Like a real MR2, like this thing looks like it's off-roading. It's not done very well in that aspect. But the tampos on the roof look okay. This one, again, this is a left-hand drive version. So you have 2 different interior styles. You have the left-hand drive and the right-hand drive. Both look good. I think both have good detail, especially for that you can see like the opening, the moving parts of the doors. Like it's nice that you can actually see a more detailed interior. You can appreciate the work that they put into it. It's still not great. Like the steering wheel is flat, and the dash is flat. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I expect, but for $5, I think I expect a little more. At least the tampos to look good. If I was Toyota, I'd be like, bruh, quit messing up our tampos. Our logo is important. I give other brands slack about it, so I got to give Hot Wheels a time about it, or Matchbox a time about it too. So this is the Ford Bronco, and this is one of the main reasons when we open this one, I'm going to show you why I think this line is overpriced, other than the reasons I've already covered. So this one is my favorite one of the 4. To me, this one looks the most realistic. It has the most realistic stance. It has a really nice paint job. I think the wheels on this one are the best. Decent artwork. Again, I guess I would say that closely matches it. what the actual truck looks like. But look at this truck. Awesome. Badlands. Got really nice tampos up front. Very nice. Like that, you can actually read the Matchbox, and it does say Badlands, which is nice. Matchbox, Ford Performance, all those are nice. The rear tampos are nice. The Bronco is nice. Yeah, this one, much better than the other two. I think this one is by far the best quality one of the 4 we've opened so far. And I think it looks the best. I think it sits the best. Oh, it's got a little scratch across the tampo. Oh my gosh. Damn it. Dude, Hot Wheels, they are killing me with this stuff. Seriously. This is a $5 car, and it has like a mark right across the door. It's so aggravating. But the whole car looks great. I mean, other than that stupid tampo. But this looks awesome. It really does. They do have plastic chassis, so let's go ahead and open the door. Probably a more detailed interior than the MR2 because it does have steering wheel detail. It has console detail. It has the screen on the dash. It looks pretty good. It's a little hard to see because of the camera, but it's not bad. I really hate that there's a scratch on it. That's so frustrating. That frustrates you. Leave a "I'm frustrated" in the comments. But okay, so one of the big reasons why I say this isn't worth $5 is this is the moving parts line. So this car costs $497 and this car costs $247. Now you will notice there are some differences in the tampos. Obviously it does not have rubber wheels, but everything else is essentially there. Like if this was orange, the only thing it would really have is a few extra tampos and rubber tires. And it's it's what? 200% of the price? 100% of the price. It's double the price, whatever it is. This is $250, this is $5. So, I mean, it's double the price. Do you think, let me know in the comments, do you think the rubber tires and the extra tampos equate to a doubling of the price of this moving parts? To me, it does not even close. So if you want to get a $2.47 Bronco, I mean, you could just swap the wheels on it for cheaper than they're selling this for. Because I think, I mean, the moving parts line is truly Matchbox's like best quality for the price line, I think, especially if you're into collecting them. But I really do like this release. I think if there is one that's worth $5, it's probably this one. But I still think without a metal chassis, some of the issues to go with it, they're not worth $5. I know Matchbox is like super about the boxes. I don't care about the boxes. They kind of took the boxes away for a long time. And if you're collecting these, you're not storing them in the box. You're buying them to display, especially if they have moving parts. So I truly don't think this line is worth $5. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think this line is worth $5? What do you think of the quality? Overall, I would give the quality of these a 7, just because they do have moving parts. They line up decently. I can't be super hard on them because it is $5, but $5 is still a lot. Like they should all fit like this. That like gap at the bottom shouldn't be there, and that like misfit door, because this is a collector's model. This isn't a toy. This is for collectors. It's a nice model, and it definitely should not have rear tampos that look like that and big white spots from no paint. That's unacceptable for a collector's model no matter what brand. So a little disappointed in that. But let me know in the comments what you think of these. Which one of these is your favorite if you buy a lot of this line. In my opinion, unless you like the casting, like I would have bought this Bronco regardless, but I probably won't buy a lot of these just because, I don't know, they're just not the best quality. I hate to say it, but they're not. For $5, I'd rather buy something else, especially if they're coming scratched and misaligned and just, I don't know, they just don't look the best in my opinion. The moving parts line, whoop, is where it's at though. I like that line. So let me know what you think of these in the comments. Again, I really appreciate you watching. This is Sam from 64 Wheels. That was 4 different late 2022 Matchbox Collector Series cars. So I will link some information to these down in the description, as well as all my Matchbox playlists, so you can see the action driver sets, the main lines, the 5-packs, all the other ones I've unopened, so you can kind of compare quality, or if you want to see some further watching, some further study, check those out. So again, thanks for watching. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Langley Group, Discord, whatnot. All the links to my socials are down below, as well as all my other playlists for diecast playsets, unboxings, all that good stuff. So take care, and I will see you guys in the next one. Yeet!